up? What up? What up? Welcome to the Mailroom Show. Hey, what's good with everybody? Yo, we got Rollo in the building. About to pull him up real quick. Let's go. Yes, sir.
I still love this beat, dog.
You just love the beat, man.
I still love this beat, bro. Hey, we keeping it.
It's in the record books, right? It's in the record books.
It's in it.
Hey.
I don't know how we do this show. This is the beat. This is what everybody gonna know us for.
For sure. For sure, man. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mailroom Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We definitely appreciate you all for tuning in today. It's a little bit on the late side, but it's all good. Once you chime in, we're gonna put them on. All right. So what's up with you, though, Ron? You all right, man?
Yeah, man. Just just grinding. You know what I'm saying? Had for those that don't know, I got a small massage business, so I did an event yesterday with my homegirl Chris. Just a pop-up shop. It was pretty dope, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to keep it moving, keep expanding, just keep getting my name out there. So
yeah,
anytime I can support my friends as well as support my business and others, then it's always dope. So that's pretty much been my weekend, just relaxing.
You have some contact info for your
I'm a mobile service, so anybody out there, I make it convenient. I come to you. You can reach me at my Facebook page, my business page, Let's Relax Massages by Rob. That's Let's Relax Massages by Rob. Or just message me, holler at me on Instagram. You see my Instagram down there. And I come to you. I also work out of a spa. I work with a few of my homegirls that Sitting Pretty Spa out in Southfield. They're also on Facebook. That's Sitting Pretty Spa. So if you want to make an appointment there, I can meet you there. And we do this thing, man. Relaxation.
For sure, man. This for those of you that's watching us from Detroit. We make sure y'all hook up my boy up with some clientele, man. He's doing this thing.
That, man. I ain't expect to plug.
Hey, man, this is the Mailroom Show. This is our show, man. We do whatever we want to do. I keep telling you this. Plug what we want to plug, especially for us, man. You my brother. Like, why wouldn't we? You know what I'm saying? For sure. Absolutely. For sure, man. Yeah, man. I had a pretty decent week, man. It's been all right, but we're gonna keep it shining no matter what, So how we start the show off, man. We always start off with a little bit of the funny dog. And I found this clip, man, on Instagram. And it just had me rolling, man. How sometimes when you watch a basketball game or a football game, you get like a little post interview, you know what I'm saying? See how the game is,
Right.
But some post interviews are very, very different than others. And my man right here, he gonna do give you a post interview.
Man, what we got today, Tay?
Just mute up, dog. I got you.
So how'd you doing there?
Well, I found my stroke early. Did what was necessary. I felt like the team needed me to be good today, do a full game, 35 to 45 minutes.
Oh, so you're a long timer, huh?
Well, typically I'm 15, 20 minutes, but tonight seems like it was more necessary for me to be full game, 35 to 45 minutes.
Oh, okay. So is there anything you think you could have done different or better?
Well, we'll take a look back at the tape because we did record it, and we'll look at what's necessary for the proper adjustments, and we'll make those adjustments.
Okay. Does she have a nickname for you?
She calls me Zaddy.
And do you have a nickname for her?
Next question.
Okay. So what are you about to do now?
Well, we'll get prepared for this back-to-back and rejuvenate our body, get prepared, get rehydrated, and be prepared.
All right. Well, have a great one, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. So how'd you doing there?
Hey, dog. Hey, man, did you hear that background music, though? I mean, it was the actual sports music, bro, in the background. You on mute. Yeah.
My bad. You said we're going to take our time. We're going to rehydrate.
You're going to rehydrate. These back to back.
Rehydrate.
Had to do a full game, 35, 45 minutes,
you
a long
you
stroke.
Said we recorded it.
Yeah, we recorded. We're gonna look at the tape, make some adjustments. We're gonna make those adjustments. Hey, What up, though, Sean? Thank you
What's
so much
going on,
for
Sean?
tuning in, and we appreciate it.
What's going on, Sean?
Appreciate it for sure. Oh man, that was hilarious, dog. I love that.
We appreciate everybody being here. We just waiting for our other brethren to check in.
Yeah.
But man, last week, if y'all were here last week, well, if you've seen the show from last week, shout out to the lovely ladies of the Her Village Awaits podcast, Kelly and Berica, for lending us their time for our 10th episode. I mean, it was a lot of fun. We had some really, really good conversation, and we just want to thank those ladies. Not only did they come and celebrate our 10th episode with us, they're also avid supporters, and it was a really good episode. It was a fun time, and you know, whenever they want to come back, they are more than welcome to come back. So we appreciate everybody that tapped into it for our 10th one. Small milestone, and we definitely appreciate the ladies of the Her Village Awaits podcast, Kelly and Berica, for holding it down and hosting the
Absolutely,
show.
man.
That was a lot of fun.
Shout out to Kelly Lee and Berica. We definitely appreciate it.
That was a lot of fun, man.
I had to do the same thing with it yesterday on a coffee and conversation that I had Berica on. We talked about we kind of dove in about dating and courting. The different had an actual like diagram of it. And we kind of like gave it some context, gave it some dissect, man. And Berica, man, she be on point, dog. I really appreciate her coming out and always supporting your boys, supporting the whole channel. Sean, tell you crazy. Just always supporting, man. Like, it's always good to have that. We're a fairly small channel, but we support each other, man. That's what it's all about.
That's what it's about.
So go ahead, dog. You own it, man.
Build together, man. Yes, once again, thank you everybody for tapping into the live show. You know what it is. If you're not seeing us now, you're gonna see us later. You already know what it is. Shout out to my brother Tay Busy. Shout out to my boy Jerry's waiting for him to tap in. You know how we do. We keep it moving. We just appreciate y'all. And once again, we are here to have relevant conversation. We are here for camaraderie and just to discuss topics that are extremely relevant to both men and women in today's society, because we need it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brothers. We're gonna keep doing this thing. We had episode 10 last week, and we appreciate those that are still here to keep, just to keep it rolling. With that being said, as we
embark
on another round table that has turned into the mailroom, let us never forget the foundation, my brother, that is our Trinity. Let's do it.
Salute, baby.
Salute.
Yes, sir. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Y'all know we come with it. It's hard to believe. I know there's a lot of content out there, but we really just put our heads together and just I think we surprise ourselves with some of the topics we come up with. But it's like when you think you're gonna run out of content, we don't.
Yeah.
Because we can't, first of all, but second of all, we really put our heads together and start thinking. This show really made us put our heads together and start thinking about some things that we may have talked about before, or that we have just kept our eyes open since we started this show. So we're gonna get into it, man. You ready, Busy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. First topic of the night. Our first topic. I think this is a good one. Do women shame the nurturing from other women? Do women shame nurturing from other women?
That's a really good one.
That's a good one, man.
I noticed that over the course of I think COVID, where people like have really started to like come out and do more live streaming and do more podcasting and things like that. Absolutely. It's just been like a podcasting movement in the last 2-3 years. You know what I'm saying? We done jumped in and then on into it.
We done dove into it, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, but I have noticed like some of the women who are like some of the women who are trying to like really make a difference and a change in the way things are in society. A lot of those women get bashed by other women.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, I mean, especially women that's talking about like, especially this whole thing about femininity and feminism and the difference between the two and the movement and all that kind of stuff. it's like literally what's happening is that women are being super bashed for standing up for or advocating for really operating in femininity. And I think that what happens is, again, I agree with what the ladies had said last week about femininity being a part of a woman's nature anyway. And it's about nurturing that nature, right?
Yeah.
It's about cultivating that nature. And some women will block other women from that growth, because to they don't want to be left alone or left out in a sense, because
Mm-hmm.
some people just want to stay where they at. They never want to grow.
You don't want to
And
grow.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful when you gotta be careful when you have friends like that. They never elevate. You know what I'm saying? They always stay here, or they might decline and stay down there. It's like there got to be some type of progression when it comes to friendships and relationships and things like that. And so, sometimes I've been seeing it lately. I've been witnessing it. Especially like with these live shows on YouTube and especially ladies that have their own YouTube channel and stuff, and have their own radio show or whatever, and then they talk about being feminine, being a lady, and this and the other. A lot of times, man, it is so it's almost a detriment to those women who are advocating for femininity, because they like, man, my own species, my own kind,
Yeah.
the ladies that I rock with, they like, man, they're like, no, you would pick me. You just saying stuff to pander towards men so you can get chosen because you're single and you a single mother, blah, 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 whatever. I mean, they get vicious in the comments, dog.
Facts.
And it's like, they start shaming the woman and they start talking about the woman, and
What?
you just getting followers because you got a big booty, and you just this because you look like this. And it's like, yo, but they speaking facts though, and they're speaking not for the advocacy of just men, but they're speaking for the growth of women.
Yep.
So I do think that there are a group of women who are specifically like they're not trying to hear that. They trying to get the bag. They trying to be the man that they want to be or want to have. Like they become that. They want a man that's career driven and this, that, and the other. They become all of those things. So that way they think that's what the man is looking for. And a lot of times men, we're not looking for that. What we're looking for is more on the character side of things, and what you have and what you possess is just your possession. I mean, and again, we're not talking about the Pookie and the Ray Rays, because the Pookie and the Ray Rays,
You keep forgetting the look.
you know what I'm saying? They be looking for women with money because they lazy and they broke mentally. They don't want to,
Yeah.
they don't want to be real men. You know what I'm saying? But real men, we don't care about that kind of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think there is a portion of women who do kind of like they shame other women for the fact of they're trying to nurture their femininity. And it's really unfortunate, because that's something that our society really need. We need a movement of women that can grow each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I like when women have their own little group of friends and they hang out and they do their thing.
Yeah.
But it got to be the right group. You know what I'm saying? It got to be the right individuals, because sometimes it gets a little bit too crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, there's a portion of women who do shame they girl, but like, girl, don't you trying to cater to your man? Don't be he ain't put no ring on it yet, and all this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like all these things to discourage the woman from like really trying to vet her man or vet the man that she's interested in. So there's a portion of women that do that, man. I've seen it, and I've seen other women witness it and say it to other men, like, yo, every time I speak or say something, it be women that be bashing me. It don't even be the men. It be the women, and it be the ones that look like me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's I have seen that. Now I think it's unfortunate, you know what I'm saying, but that's kind of like where it's going at the
Yeah,
moment.
it's definitely unfortunate. And one thing, and to answer the question, yes, women do definitely shame other women for trying to nurture um, the way a lot of these women's minds have been kind of shifted to in today's society based off what they see, what they hear. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with these modern women.
Mm-hmm.
But Tay, one thing that kind of comes to me, and you know, it's a simple thought, but
Mm-hmm.
I think it carries a little bit of weight.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned, you know, there's this podcast movement. Everybody has a podcast. Everybody has something to say, and they want to present a certain way, and they just want people to, you know, hear it, and whether they accept it or not. But it's something that they feel that they want to put out there.
Mm-hmm.
This is everyone's own opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
It's everyone's own thoughts. It's everyone's own experiences that they want to get out there.
Yeah,
that's all it is. So why are you upset that another woman is presenting something that you might not be familiar with and presenting it in a way that you've never seen? Why are you upset about it? Why are you bashing them? Why are you calling them this and calling them that? Because they're not aligned with your way of thinking. Everybody don't agree with us with what we say on this show, but it's our experiences. We're not asking you to understand it or believe it. We're asking you just to have an open mind and just think of a different way of looking at it. Women that shame other women for trying to show them a different outlook on life, contrary to the one that they have, that just kind of explains their issues even more. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely understand what you're saying. I think that there's a lot of different reasons for that. Most of those reasons are subjective, but I will say this. That a lot of times when there's a small portion of envy and jealousy in that.
Absolutely.
It's an undertone. It's an undertone. You know, like ladies. I don't know if it's ladies or gentlemen that's watching. Have you ever had a friend who will say something like, "You always with your man," or "You always hanging out with her, man. Like you always this, you always that." You know what I'm saying? And they single and they don't have nobody that they could really like. That's because they admire you. They admire it. They have a small admiration, but it's cloaked with a little bit of envy and a little bit of jealousy. Because if they had someone who tapped into them the way that person taps into you, then they would do the same thing. They would spend more time with them too. Because that's the whole point. Like, especially when you progressing in your life and you trying to, you know, get to the point where you want to get engaged or married, you have to leave some things behind. You know, you got to grow out of some things. Like, you can't wear the same clothes you wore when you was 5 years old.
Yeah.
You cannot change that type of progression. Those things are natural progressions that happen. You know what I'm saying? That's why you can't change your age. You can't change your sex. You can't change these things. These things are just who you are. And when you're trying to progress something, when you're working on something that you can control and fix, and other people in your circle are not trying to do that, once they start saying those little buzzwords and having that little attitude and stuff about the fact that you are doing your thing, that is nothing but a small hint of envy. And it's nothing personal. It's not a personal thing against you. It's just the fact that person is inwardly dealing with something and they can't express it. They're not ready to express it. So what they do is they kind of like sarcastically do it, and that's a whole defense mechanism of what they really feel. You really feel lonely. You really feel like you want somebody too. But because you don't want to deal with that, it makes you feel a certain way. Now you're gonna hate on your friend who got somebody who makes them happy, or they share happiness with. You know?
Yeah, like let's be adults. If you hear someone speaking on something that is not relevant to you, but you feel the need to critique it in a negative way, and let that person who's explaining something that's not familiar to you, let them know and let them hear that you're being negative towards it. Like, how old are we? That's like posting something. That's like you posting something on Facebook. Somebody feels some type of way, like they say, "Oh, really?" Or "Is that about me?" Or somebody might hit you up like, "So what was up with that Facebook post? Or what was up with that Instagram post?"
Yeah,
like, really?
Yeah, like why are we playing this indirect tennis ball match? Like,
why are we doing this?
Yeah, like I hate those messages too on Facebook that be like, "He lost a good thing," and it's like, okay, he lost a good thing. Who is he? What are you talking about? What are you really feeling? Like these empty calorie post messages and posts on Facebook and Instagram. It's just again, it's a thing where it's mostly subjective because everybody deal with things differently. But but in a general sense, it has something to do with a little bit of envy and jealousy. And if a person is really honest with themselves, they will be able to admit that and work on that. But because they don't really want to, because they rather hate on you, the fact that you got your personal life together, then that becomes issue. Because a lot of times, these be the same type of people that get the bag, that have all the stuff, or that they claim that they have. They go on trips, they do all this stuff.
Yeah.
But they get mad at you because you got a Friday night with your boo thing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you like sharing your happiness with them. You like sharing your joy and love with them. And they get upset with you about that. But you got your car, you got your money, you got your status though. So why you hating on me? It's because
you letting people know that you press. Like the woman she's talking about is you.
Right.
Like, what do you press for?
Because personal success is true success.
Yeah, and then if what this person is saying is so wrong or invalid, you know what I mean? Because obviously you must feel that the way you moving or the way you thinking is the way that most women should move or think. Why even respond to this person? Why even respond to the nurturing you're trying to get in a negative way?
Right.
That shows who you are.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you on that, man. There's a woman on there's a woman on YouTube. Her name is Danica. She has a YouTube channel called Dope Discussions, and a lot of men follow her. A lot of men, talk to her and everything like that on her YouTube. When she goes live a lot. You know what I'm saying? Happy Sunday to you, B.
I want to shout out real quick, Chad. I want to shout out my homegirl, Cece. First time tapping in live.
Yeah, see,
we appreciate you.
So she does live shows, and she talks about she talks about women and some of the issues that we're having now, you know, and the women hate her, but she's married, she's happy, she has a husband that's successful, she has her own success with him, they do things together. Her relationship has a good value of healthiness in it. And of course, every marriage has their own issues that they keep personal. But you can see the spirit of the woman, how at peace she's at. You know what I'm saying? You can just see it, and you can see her progression from when she first started her channel to now. And it's like everything about her channel has progressed, right? Everything about what she's done personally has progressed, and that's the thing. A lot of times when a woman see another woman progress in the way they want, because it's not them, they will shame that. Some will. You know what I'm saying? We talk about the portion of women that do this. Yeah. And it's unfortunate because all they're doing is stunting their own growth to becoming what they should be for themselves. You want to be the best version of yourself as a woman and as a man. And you can't become that if you're always hanging around people who's still stuck in the same grade.
Absolutely.
You're still stuck on the same thing. You still stuck right here. And it's like, yo, when are you going to grow out of your mistakes and your ignorance? You know what I'm saying? When are you gonna grow out of these things? And so this is the reason why in the Bible it talks about iron sharpening iron, which means that only people who are strong can help those that are weak. You know what I'm saying? Because especially if that person is weak at the moment and they normally strong, then you know something's going on. You got to be strong enough for them too. We got to bear each other's burdens sometimes. You know, that's what brotherhood and sisterhood should be about. Yeah. But unfortunately, it's a competitive nature that some women have with other women, and because of that, they miss the message.
I'm glad you said that, because that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Women are competitive by nature with each other. And it could be an emotional thing, it could be a mental thing, but that's the case. You see it so often, even when you at a bar or a lounge or something. A woman walk in. Now when somebody walk into a bar or lounge, everybody they're gonna notice somebody walking in. But the look that other women give other women,
good
God. I mean, You know me, busy. I don't peep a lot when I'm out. When I'm zoned out.
You be chilling. You be hanging. You be having fun.
That's one thing I noticed. Like just the way other women look at other women when they walk into a door.
Yeah, dog.
Man, I'm like,
you can tell that woman has that energy. You know what I'm saying? You could tell that woman has that energy because, women, man, they will when they see another woman that come in like that, they be like, who she thinks she is, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And again, there's a portion that does that. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the thing. And it's almost equivalent to like when a young man is in a gang and he's trying to get out because he knows it's better for him outside the gang, but the gang members want him to stay there because they feel a certain way about themselves.
Yeah.
It's similar in nature what that is. It's like it's like that crab in a barrel mentality. Like you're trying to prevent people from progressing because you upset at the fact and you're resentful at the fact that you're down there. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is keep climbing too.
Exactly.
And work hard and do the things the right way. Because everything that you do, like doing things the right way, don't always feel good though. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you go through a situation where somebody tripping, they own some total bull, but then you like, man, I'm just gonna take the high road and just do this. But deep down inside, you like, I really just want to go off on this person, right? You know what I'm saying? But you don't do it because you're progressing.
Yeah, I'm trying to progress. So you don't even want to take it there.
Yeah, so that's why God put situations like that in your life to test you, to show you where you're at.
I believe.
So if you fall for the bait, you just start going off on everybody because of that. Then you haven't grown out of that yet. You know what I'm saying? So God gonna send you somebody else. He's gonna do it in a different way to show you, like, yo, you need to take the road of where I'm going or where I'm taking you instead of you doing it on your own. And then once you figure it out, you're like, okay, cool. And then when you start operating in that on a consistent level, and then everybody else looking at you like, man, normally you would have just went off, but you didn't. Like, that's what's up. And then they start admiring that. And that's how you want to be. You want to be that living example of what it is you're trying to become.
Yeah. I want to ask our people that's tapping in, our audience that's tapping in live right now. If you have experienced this where you try to kind of nurture one of your female friends or a relative and on something that you thought that they were kind of moving a little left and you tried to get them right, put a 1 in the comments. Or if you know what I mean, or if you want to go ahead and hop in the fire with us, go ahead and hit the link. But if you have experienced this, ladies, on either side, have you been the one that hasn't accepted it, or have you given it and someone didn't accept it? Go ahead and put a 1 in the chat, because this is very relevant and we see it a lot. And like Tay just said, with the women who are doing podcasts, and they're just getting bashed for expressing their opinion and expressing what they've been through, expressing what they've seen. It just really doesn't make sense. It's okay to disagree. It's okay to not understand, but to shame someone for their opinion and to shame someone for their own personal views, I don't get it, and I don't think I will ever get it. You know what I mean? So that's just where I'm at with it. So I definitely think it happens, and hopefully, we always, and I'm sure it happens with the men too. There are men that sometimes they don't want to date, like, and a lot of men, we could be bullheaded and definitely set in our ways to a very high extent, and we don't want to hear nothing from our boys about how we moving because we feel that, man, I got this, man, I'm that guy. But we don't always. My brothers on this podcast have to pull me back right when I was going left a long time. They had to do it. They had to do it a few times. And if I wasn't open to receiving what they gave me, I don't know what would have happened. You know what I mean? So it's just about understanding. We've all done that for each other. But it's about understanding where someone else is, what they've experienced, what they see from the outside looking in. See, when you're going through something and you're out here doing whatever you're doing, you don't see what you're doing. Does that make sense? Like, you don't, because you're in it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you're in it. So you're just moving. It's tunnel vision. You're not really gauging what you're doing. Somebody else is, because they're not in your situation. They're not as focused on the reasoning why you're doing it. They just see what you're doing. Right. when you feel the reason, when you feel your reasoning for doing anything is the right reason, it's tunnel vision. You're gonna keep moving and keep, you know what I'm saying, straight forward. You don't see no walls, you don't see nothing. You just see whatever light at the end of the tunnel you're trying to get to, and okay, bet this is what I gotta do to get here. This is what I gotta do to bag this man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell him this, I'm gonna tell him that, I'm gonna keep it moving. Yeah, I might not call him how I'm supposed to, you know what I'm saying? You know, I might only call him when I need something, but this is what I do. Then you got a homegirl that tap you on the shoulder like, girl, really? You don't even like him like that. Why you doing this?
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you don't, if you gonna be mad at her for trying, and she obviously care about you.
Right.
That's what nurturing is. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Caring.
Yeah. Growing.
Building.
Building, growing with somebody.
So she obviously cares about you. So you just gonna reject somebody that care about you, not hear what they, and not want to hear what they say because you don't agree with it. Yeah. You ain't gotta do it, but don't be like, bitch, shut up. Come on. You know what I mean?
You ain't gotta completely shut it down because it's agitating your normal schedule program.
You ain't gotta shut it down because it's knocking you off your game. You know what I'm saying? However you out here playing, play your game. But if you got a homegirl, everybody ain't got friends like that.
Right.
Everybody don't have people on their team that's willing to not just want to talk to you when everything is kosher. I want to tell our audience, do y'all know how many times me and my two brothers on this podcast, how many times we butted heads? Yeah, we laugh and joke on this show because this is us. But we butted heads so many times. But you know what? Look where we at.
Yeah, it still was in love. I mean, that's the thing. You can. That's what love is, man. Love is is taking the risk of the fact of, hey, I care about the outcome more than I care about the feeling, right?
Exactly. It's like you can't worry about the feeling.
Yeah, I can't encourage you to do something that feels good to you, knowing that it's not right. Like I would not be a friend. Then what I am being at that moment is an enabler. And I'm enabling you to be like, you know what? Don't take no accountability. Don't take no responsibility. Just do your thing. And I know that what you're doing is totally like out of whack.
It's not going to help me in the long run.
I'm not helping you at all if I do
that. I'm gonna end up hitting a brick wall. And at that point, there's nothing you can do but help me heal.
Yeah, exactly.
You try to prevent me from getting hurt.
Exactly.
It's just weird.
And preventative measures need to be more practiced now than ever before. It's like what in the world, man? You know what I'm saying? Like
it get to be too late. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. Like like everybody, just hear it.
Yeah.
When you hear something, last time I heard, you don't have to agree, and you don't have to change who you are because you hear another perspective and on possibly something that you're doing. You don't have to change. If somebody's speaking on a similar situation that you're in, if somebody speaks on relationships, or somebody speaks on dating, or somebody speaks on something, and they're explaining it in a way that's opposite to how you're maneuvering in those situations, I haven't read them that says, "Oh, dang, I got to change my mind."
Right.
Say, have you ever heard that?
No, man. I live by the principle of eat the fish, spit out the bones.
Facts.
You know like, that's how I live my life, man. Like, I'm listening to because the reason why I'm listening is because there's things evolve, society evolves, and what worked in 1995 didn't work in 2005, and what worked in 2005 didn't work in 2015. And what works in 2015, some of that might work in 2022, but it might evolve from there. So it's like you always got to be open to the possibility of adjusting, so that way you can be effective, because you can still stand on your principles and your standards and still be effective and reach people because you know what they're thinking by listening and hearing them. Like, okay, I understand how you think because I'm listening to you and I'm hearing you, right? And then it gives me a clear blueprint on what it is and how you think and how you live your life. And then it helps me to understand, like, okay, now I understand why you make the decisions that you make. You make these decisions because I understand how you think now. And that's what it is. Decisions is nothing but manifestations of your thoughts.
Yeah.
That's what a decision is. When you decide to do something, that's because you thought that. right? And that thought
This
became
is the best move. This is the best decision to make.
Whatever felt good or is good at the time, you just did it, and then that's where you were thinking.
Yep.
You were thinking that, and so what needs to happen is not the fact that okay, I need to change my decisions. No, you need to change what you think first. Then your decisions will change. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's where it starts. That's where it comes from. It comes
If
from.
I got a brick in front of my house, and every morning I'm rushing, every morning I trip over that brick.
Yeah.
Every single morning.
Yeah.
What I gotta do to change that, Tay?
Mm-hmm.
What I gotta do to change?
I gotta move it out the way.
Move the damn brick out the way.
Move it out the way.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Move it out the way. But it's hard. It's hard. It's hard to do that when you don't feel like.
When you don't feel like.
Yeah.
That's when you don't feel like.
You don't feel like doing stuff.
You know what? This morning I'm trying to hop over that motherfucker, and then I won't fall.
Right. Yeah.
You gotta. Yeah. That's a good point, Busy. You gotta want to.
Yeah, you gotta want to.
But
you gotta want to.
Even in that, don't down somebody because they look at things differently.
Mm-hmm.
Don't chastise them because they're not moving how you moving. Come on, man. All three of us are very different men.
Yeah.
All three of us are very different, but we're the same in a lot of ways, but we're very different in a lot of ways also.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I'm never gonna bash my brothers, or I'm never gonna try not to understand something my brothers are going through or something my brothers have experienced, and they speak on it, and I'm like, damn, nah, that's kind of whack, bro. Don't say that. That's what they experienced.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It like, you know what I'm saying? Like JB like video games. I'm not into it like that. I play it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if he come to me talk about, hey, bro, this is new technology on this game, I'm gonna hear him out. I'm not gonna say, bro, you a nerd.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you're into. That's what you like to experience.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? My boy Busy is the Colts fan. My boy Busy was a Colts fan when he lived in Detroit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I didn't stop being friends with this dude. Bro, you live in Detroit. Why are you a Colts fan? But I just I got it. You know
right. Right, dog.
Just to let y'all know, it's not just when he moved to Indiana, y'all.
No,
He been a Colts fan for this has been my best friend for 10 years. He's always been a Colts fan.
Always.
I never understood it. I just accepted it.
I'm talking about.
Yeah, look at God. His job moved him to Indiana. Look at God.
look, IT got me right here. Like, hey, that's something right. You know what I'm saying? It is. Hey, what's meant to be is meant to be, bro.
That's what it is. Man, shout out to everybody tapping into the live show, man. We appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
You always appreciate the first time y'all viewers, man. Thank you so much. My homegirl Lisa in the building. We appreciate y'all, man. Sure. We appreciate. I know y'all see somebody's not here, but our brother JB. You know what I'm saying? We obviously. I think he has something he has to do, but we're gonna keep it moving, man. If my boy JB tap in, he gonna tap in. You know what I mean? But this is the Mailroom show, and we keep it moving. I know how it is. But yeah, we definitely appreciate everybody tapping into the live show. If you don't see us now, you'll see us later.
Nope.
All right, man. We're gonna dive into the second topic. This one might be a little bit of fun. That one was kind of deep.
Yeah.
This one might be a little bit of fun. So, Busy.
Yes, sir.
Do women crave sex more than men?
Yes, sir.
What you think about that one, dog?
Yes, sir.
They do?
Yes, sir. Oh, they ain't going to this. Listen, I'm about to have fun now.
Women crave sex more than men.
Ladies and gentlemen, put a 1 in the chat.
Put a 1 in the chat, please.
Put a 1 in the chat in the comments. Put a 1 if you think is yes, and put a 0 if you think is no.
Yes, please. Everybody in the chat right now. 1 yes, 0 no.
I'm saying 1 for sure. Like, yes.
I would have to say yes too.
I mean,
and again, these are our experiences.
Sorry, mama, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
But I might be watching the show like this.
It is what it is.
Oh, we got.
Oh my goodness!
We got a 1.
We got 1. Hold on.
We
got a 1. What's up, Alicia? We got a 1. Erica say.
On a woman.
I think it depends on a woman.
I ain't trying to hear that. I feel you, B, but I ain't trying to hear that today.
I don't know, B.
I ain't trying to hear that today, dog. Alicia, I appreciate you for being honest. Appreciate you for being honest. Look, man, let me tell you something. The reason why I know this to be true is, my humble opinion, Right?
His humble opinion.
I ain't trying to get canceled. I just got here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we just got here.
You just got here. I ain't trying to. Well, I ain't trying to get that going.
I missed it. My bad.
All right, look. I think it's true because of the fact of like they already know they got. Listen, majority of women who are not married, some who are, because this is a whole new generation, right? It's a whole new thing.
It is.
But some women have that guy or guys that they know that in case this dude don't work out tonight, I can have a good time with him, but I can call him to get the smackdown, right? And I'm good. And I can just if I'm telling you, if women just keep it real, it is what it is. Thank you. It is what it is.
It is.
And this is now I'm about to go real scientific for a second, because this is actual facts. Women's sexual drive increase with their age.
Yes, it does.
And men's sexual drive decrease with our age, because when men age, we lose portions of testosterone. Yep. These are the facts. This is not even my opinion. That's not my opinion. That's actually facts. That's actually facts. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, and I'll be approaching 40 in December, right?
Yes,
and I've been single since 2015, because 2015 is when I got divorced. I've been single since then. The amount of older women that have approached me and that have, hey, listen, I'm trying.
I know about it, because this is my boy.
Hey, them cougars, yeah, and they get the scratching and dashing on you behind. Boy,
it's so serious, ain't it?
Hey, we all grown up in here. Yeah, they listen. That's true. I'm gonna just say it that way. It's true. And I know that just biologically, women, they increase in their sexual drive. They because like men, we peak in our 20s, like 30s, approaching 30, and then once we get past 35, 40, especially when we hit 40, that's when men's testosterone starts decreasing.
Yeah.
And so if you are in a relationship with a man, ladies, that is over 40, he's 45, 50, and he might be the guy that might not have the will to please you. You know what I'm saying? It's not because he's trying to reject you. It's basically because his desire is probably decreasing. And then for some men, it's not like that. But actually, it is what it is. Like, this is why certain things will build testosterone and will keep you at a certain level.
Yeah.
And and to be real with you, I'm gonna give y'all a fun fact. One of the things that keep a man's testosterone up is cigars. This is look. I smoke cigars. I got a whole gang of them. I'm in the 200-300 mark. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, but I'm saying like just small things like that, or of course exercise, things of that nature. But eating healthy and all that kind of stuff, that too. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of protein, things of that nature. But for the most part, men still decrease in testosterone. So the craving, because you said crave, crave means strong desire, right? Yeah, that happens with women, especially as they get older. Man, their sexual drive increases. Yeah, and them cougars, man, they're like, oh, look, this young man look really hospitable. Mm-hmm. He looks real mannish. You know what I'm saying? And then they holler at the young boy, at the young boy. I mean, I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's crazy because I started to experience that, especially with older women. Like when I hit around, I'm 38. When I hit around, I want to say like my early 30s, like 31, 32, I started noticing myself attracting older women.
Yeah.
So, and a couple of them I would get to talking to, and just like it was strange for me because I never really talked to a woman that was older than me. Like my peak when I was around 30, my peak was my age. The youngest I probably would have dated was probably 26, 27. Mm-hmm. So when I noticed myself attracting other women and having these conversations with them, and then it's about the atmosphere too. I meet a lot of women at bars and clubs, and when I was doing events and things like that, and just their conversation that was slowly leading into like letting me know the physical attraction. Like that took me by surprise. Like you just met me.
Oh yeah.
So, like, they were, I mean, like they'll, feeling on my chest and my arms and just in casual conversation.
Bruh.
My hands are here. Like, I'm being a gentleman.
Yeah.
But, they letting me know what's up.
Yeah.
You just met me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, ladies, obviously we know men have this trait, but I think it comes off a little stronger and is a lot more noticeable with women. And now y'all gotta remember, when we're talking about men, we're not comparing men to us. Like, we have our way of thinking. Like, us three, we don't lead with it. We are able to notice it. But when you meet us, you're not going to sense that from us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're talking about when we sense it from women that we meet.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying?
When I was living in Detroit and I worked at OnStar. I said this yesterday on the show, Coffee Conversation. When I worked at OnStar, bro, I'm telling you, when I got to the desktop support level, where I didn't have to get any phone calls from people who had issues with their IT. I was just doing tickets. I was in the ticketing system, so I would like listen to music and then grab tickets from the queue and just work them boys. You know what I'm saying? And just do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? They call it safe hacking or good hacking. Like, you hack into the car and reconfigure the numbers and things of that nature, so that way they Wi-Fi at work and all that kind of stuff, right? And dog, it'd be random. You know what I'm saying? Plus at the time, I had dropped a lot of weight too. I had dropped down.
Yeah.
I was huge. I was like over 500 something pounds. Then I dropped down to like the threes.
Yep.
I lost like 170, 150 at a certain time. So it was like you could see it. And
this
then
nigga popped up at my crib. I almost didn't recognize it.
And then I went when I was at work, and then I was working, and then all of a sudden, like, you'll feel like a hand on your shoulder. And I'm bald headed, so like my head to be, I stay shaved, so like somebody rub my head.
Yeah.
Inappropriate at work. And then the private chats, like, hey, meet me in the lunchroom or meet me in the cafeteria or meet me here. And then
wow.
Yeah, bruh. I know what I'm talking about. Can't nobody tell me nothing about this.
And you know what's crazy? Men, we can't do that. Like, we can't, if we understand like that, we can't walk past a woman and stroke her hair. You know what I'm saying?
Human resource.
HR, but a woman, and we definitely not gonna say nothing.
Why would I snitch on myself?
Nobody else is. So it's
why would I do this?
We understand the signals. Like, and women, most women who are logical, they're gonna be very discreet with their signals.
No, some just don't care.
Some don't care.
Yeah,
like rubbing your head. That's not discreet. But
that's not discreet at all.
It's strategic in a way where it's showing enough to where nobody gonna say nothing if they see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Women do that too.
That's what I'm saying. We're talking about the craving, desire part of it. We're not talking about actually having sex.
Yeah,
we're talking about craving,
the desire,
that desire for it.
And like, they signals, man. Yeah. It's like you be like, what the hell?
Yeah. Women that's 40, 41, 42, 40, 45, 40. I'm telling you, they
be ready, bro.
They don't give a damn. they be ready, dog.
Think about it. They think about it more than us.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, all they gotta do is hit that phone and do.
Oh my God, B coming in with a hot question. You gonna bring that up?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh my goodness, and we might even talk about this real quick.
Okay.
Do you think those cougars participate in self-pleasure, or do you solely rely on men for gratification when they have a craving? Oh yeah, they definitely participate in self-pleasure.
It's both.
That's off rip.
It's both.
That's off rip.
It ain't no either or. It's both. Yeah,
that's off rip. It's both. But they definitely do.
They participate in self-pleasure. They definitely do. And call bruh. The cougar want the young meat, right? Yep. Let's just keep it a bean. All right, I'm about to keep it a Kobe Bean, Brian.
Keep it Kobe Bean.
This cougar done called the young boy because she was participating in pleasing herself, but it didn't work.
It didn't work out.
It didn't work out. She got to a certain point and needed to call young buck like,
young man.
I need your Olympic.
Can you come over here? Can you come over here and do what you did last weekend?
Baby, can you make sure you bring that icy hot, because last time you gave me a rash. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they definitely do.
Young man, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm telling you.
And busy, is it? And I think I know the answer, but is it worse? You know, like, we're just kind of in the category like a little bit older women. Is it worse if they've been married for a while, get divorced, now they just by themselves? Is it worse than them type of women?
Is it worse? I don't think it's worse. I don't think it's a worse thing. I mean, I don't think it's worse. I think it's just the fact that when you're married, you have a certain lifestyle. You live a certain lifestyle when you're married.
Yeah, you get used.
When you're married, you can have sex as much as you want, right?
Yep.
And you have your spouse for this. And so the thing is like, it's different from being single. You got to actually scout and vet for that stuff. You don't have to do that. You got it all up in your roof. You're actually in harmony with in that, what should be, at least. So if you had a relationship like that where you was married, a woman was married, and she had it all the time, and then it stopped because of divorce or whatever the case may be, then you best believe, like Berica said about, or asked about cougars, participating in self-pleasure. Yes, that's where it starts, but that's not where it finishes. That's not enough. No, it's not enough, because they're not they don't solely rely on men either. That's what I'm saying but it is both. Is they rely on men and they do for themselves what they want to do, and then it goes that way. I mean, because again, especially if you're dealing with someone who is used to a certain lifestyle about this, right? Then it is what it is. Her craving is going to be her craving. It's not something you can stop. So it's like, it doesn't necessarily get worse. The only thing that get worse is the access.
Okay.
Like, okay, what man can I find to whatever? And if a woman looks a certain way, if her physical beauty is set, like, because if we're talking about older women in particular, older women, if their beauty is intact to a point where it's men find it attractive from all different ages, she ain't gonna have no problem. You know what I'm saying? Because women control access to the sex. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't go against the woman's will.
Yeah.
That's not how that goes. You know what I'm saying? So a woman has to allow that opportunity to happen for that guy. And so, that's the way it is. And women who are a little bit older, you know what I'm saying? They're 45 and up ish or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they was married before and they divorced, yeah, they used to a certain lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, I had an ex one time. By the time we linked back up, we've been broken up for like a year or so, and like we ended up linking back up. And started hanging out. And in my mind, I'm like, you know what? I don't know what's been going on with. I'm gonna fall back. I'm gonna chill. We kicked it for a couple weeks. We kicked it at my place, and you know what I'm saying? Like just out of nowhere, she just started showing signals. We chilling watching a movie. Next thing I know, she just rolled over on my lap, and we just got it going. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, okay, maybe she missed me. That's what happened. It was what it was. You know what I'm saying? We went out to dinner. The other time. She did some silly shit. I don't know if she was just trying to. She was buzzing a little bit, but I don't know. That might have had something to do with it. She went to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's on as soon as we leave. And we've been broke. Like, you broke up with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now you coming back with all this energy. Like, where was this when we were together? You know what I'm saying?
It was always there. Listen, it's
where was this when we were together?
There has to be there has to be some provocation. Sometimes that's what I'm saying. When you can't just put.
She was in the bathroom. I'm like, what?
But see, that's the thing. You can't just put sugar and Kool-Aid in the water and then put it in the refrigerator. No, you got to stir it up. You got to provoke that thing. You got to agitate it, right? You got to stir it up. And that's whatever stirred her up. It is what it is, man.
Tell you, I swear, I never initiated nothing.
But you don't have to. That's what I'm saying. That the desire is there.
The desire is there.
It ain't about initiating anything. It's about the desire. The desire is there first. You don't have to initiate the desire because it's already there.
Right.
The only thing is the initiating is the opportunity. That's what it is. But other than that, the desire is there, man. Like I said before, like I say this all the time. I'm telling you, man. People think I'm crazy. telling you, get a woman alone, the game changes. It is a total different game. Whatever
is
she
it
said,
different? Is it different for the fact that we're gentlemen busy? Like
no, it's not. It's not that. No. It's the fact that there's a particular presentation that women want to have for themselves. Okay.
Okay.
They are very image conscious of themselves. Okay. They want to present themselves in a certain way. And they want you to believe this. They want you to believe this presentation. Okay. Then when you get them alone, that presentation goes out the door. It's a whole different person. It's still them, but it's a different version of them. It's a different level of them. But it's about the fact that women want to. That's why women do certain things, man. Like if they going on a date with a guy, right, or whatever, especially if they've been dating. Let's say this is the third date. They've been dating, been dating for about a month. It's the third date or whatever. Like if this on this particular date, if she does something a little bit different than before the first two dates, she's already thought about it.
I believe that.
She it's time for the opportunity now.
I believe that.
The opportunity is now. She already thought about it. She want to do it too.
I believe that.
If she don't normally wear, if she normally wears something else, but then she flip it and wear something totally different, smell a different way, her hair is totally different. Listen, it's opportunity time. Yeah. The whole desire and craving more sex, forget about it. It's already done. In her mind, it's a wrap.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, have you ever been in a situation where they give subtle signs that they want us to pick up on, but we still chill? Have you ever been there?
Yes.
And what happened after that? That's all you need.
Opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Hey, opportunity, bro.
Hey,
real talk. Real talk.
I got it.
Being real. Because
do you think they would get mad at us? Do you think they would get mad at us if we didn't pick up on the subtle signs?
Not mad, frustrated, probably. I don't think mad.
Frustrated.
But they were like, what they'll do is they'll call their girl, be like, girl, I had on new pants, I put on some new perfume and everything, and this nigga still didn't try nothing.
They never actually said it.
No, they ain't gonna say that. They're not gonna do that. Just get that out your mind, fellas.
So they go back to their girl, like, girl, I did everything I could.
Get that out your mind, fellas. Get that out your mind. A woman ain't gonna be up front. If the woman is up front, like, yeah, let's just get it in right now, like being all aggressive, then that's a different type of chick. But yo, they ain't gonna be that aggressive like that.
Lisa, go ahead and read that, Busy.
Just about to say, most know, especially after the second date, what is up. Watch her eyes. They say a lot. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Listen, I have told so many women, I'm like, your eyes don't lie.
At all.
I might be giving out too much information. Hold on.
Appreciate that, Alicia. Yeah, at all.
I don't want to give all the sauce out, but I'm telling you, the eyes don't lie. Though. They don't. A woman can say anything, but them eyeballs say something totally different.
Say a lot.
Yeah. And again, get a woman alone. I'm telling you, man.
I can't lie, bro. I can't lie.
The level of vulnerability is astounding. Okay? It is astounding. And it could be someone that you never thought you could probably get with or whatever. Fellas, I'm talking to you now. All the fellas that's listening, talking to you. If you're listening, it could be the one you never thought you could. I'm telling you, you can. Like Barack Obama said. Yes, you can.
My guy. Yes.
Yes, you can. Okay. Yes. And I'm telling you now that you can. All right. You can do it. You can do it. Yes. My wife Michelle and Sasha Malia.
I know you can do it,
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
yes, you can.
I'm telling you. I ain't gonna lie, Busy though. Like I do like that signal I get. Like y'all sitting next to each other, whatever, and you catch her giving you that up and down real quick, and then she look the other way. I love that. I can't lie.
Yeah.
I love that. That's one I do pick up on.
Yeah.
Like y'all might be in conversation, then y'all turn forward, and then you like just might be looking around, and you see her suddenly like,
yeah.
And then she catch your eye with it.
Yeah.
That's dope.
That's that connection. Go ahead and read this, Rollo. Read this and see what you think.
How do you feel when women are very intentional and direct about their level of attraction, desire sexually? I like it. The thing is, I love it. Like I love any woman that's open and honest about anything she want to be open and honest about. When it comes to sex with me, you know what I'm saying? First off, obviously I'm gonna be turned on, especially if I'm attracted to you. You know what I'm saying? Now, if my attraction is just physical, it's on. I love it. But if I'm looking at you a little bit more than physically, it's still gonna turn me on, but I'm gonna be like, okay, that's dope. I'm gonna keep it in my back pocket. I might not act on it, but I'm gonna definitely keep it in my back pocket, and hopefully that keep the energy going. But if it's just a physical attraction, and you direct about your level, and we there, let's keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it moving.
I with this, based on my experience, I kind of hesitate now sometimes. I'm gonna tell you why. The reason why is because when they be direct, all of a sudden it changes in the latter part of the initial conversation.
Yeah.
Like initially you came to me like, I'm a big girl, I can handle it, I can do this, whatever. We just do our thing, boom, boom, boom. And then I'm like, okay, all right. And then not 4 or 5 sessions later, it's like
it's not in no more.
See, I'm like, wait a minute. See, not now you initialize something else. And now you want to flip it, and it's like, okay, now you want me to see you in a different light, but you didn't present yourself that way.
Yeah.
And that's
why you not texting me no more, Tay?
Right. Exactly.
I ain't heard from you in 3 days.
Right. And it's like, it's a problem. Everything is a problem now. And again, because if it's just on the physical tip, it's just on the physical tip, then leave it there. But if you know for sure you can't do that, then do not play that game. Do not play that game. I feel like, I mean, if a woman be upfront and direct, that's cool. I have no problem with being a woman being upfront and direct. I don't have a problem with that. But it does get tricky. And through my experience, a few times it got tricky.
I definitely understand that.
Yeah, I don't.
I think one thing women got to understand is not every dude is just out for one thing. Some of us actually listen to what you say.
Yeah.
Some of us actually see what you present.
Yeah.
And when you have certain guys who move accordingly to how you are presenting yourself or what you're saying, that's what it's going to be. So like my brother just said, if you present that, you present the sexual attraction up front, and then we get sexual, you're kind of creating a foundation. You're creating a foundation for what we're doing.
Yeah, that's a game you don't want to play right there.
You don't want to do that if you're going to question us later. If you're going to question us later, like if you're going to start flipping it and then you want to take it to another level and then you want to express something else like, well, you know what I mean? I like you. You know what I'm saying? We vibe. Oh, yeah, we do. That's dope.
Mm-hmm.
But then the energy shifts on the sexual attraction, the sexual things that we're doing. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's when women start calling, oh, this dude ain't nothing. He ain't this, he ain't that. Because we're acting on what you presented.
Yeah. And again, like what Barrick talking about, you know what I'm saying? Just a woman who's just, being intentional and direct about it. I mean, if that's how you want to do it, that's how you want to do it.
That's how you want to do it.
But I don't trust that you can follow through.
You're not gonna follow through with it, because I think a lot of women feel that they have to do that to keep a man interested.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if that's just you and that's how you present yourself to the men that you talk to, awesome. But if you're doing that on the basis of this might be what I have to do to keep him interested,
mm-hmm.
like at least let them know where your head is at. You know what I'm saying? With it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just explain to it. I'm attracted to you. You know what I'm saying? If you feel things getting weird after y'all have sex, go ahead and bring it up and let's talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But just don't flip the script. You know what I'm saying? And make it seem like it's more than what it is.
Now marry me. Like, whoa.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, don't do that. And a lot of
wait a minute.
I've experienced women that do that.
It's
like don't do that.
I gave you the cookie, and I'm like, well, listen to what you just said. You gave me. And you the one came up with this whole thing in the first place. According to Barrick's question, you came up being direct with me. Okay.
You let me know.
Okay. Don't play.
I
don't recommend women playing that game. If you can't do that, then don't do it. You know what I'm saying? You better off having your little fun with somebody that you can trust and have an understanding with that you're interested in for real or something like that. But just playing that whole game like it's just gonna be physical. I'm a big girl, I can handle it. Promise you I can handle it. It's like, no, don't do that. Just don't.
Also to Berica's point, and
you know what I'm saying?
Also to Berica's point, and I don't know if she meant the question in this aspect, but they could just tell you that just so you can know. I've never experienced that.
Yeah.
If whenever a woman has told me her desire, like her level of attraction and sexual desire for for dudes or whatever her sexual desire in general, it's been directed at our interaction. I've never just had a woman just be out front about it. You know what I'm saying? Just to have casual conversation. Not saying that couldn't be the case, but whenever they've said that, it's been kind of to let me know. So, like basically like, so what's up?
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
But I definitely understand. You could look at it either way.
Yeah.
If women are open and honest about it, letting you know their sex drive is high. Okay, cool. Now I appreciate that. Let's see how we vibe. Let's see how we kick it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the fact that I know that, because me, I've been like I'm more sexually attracted when I feel that we're connecting. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously I'm gonna be physically attracted to you, but if we connect, that enhances it. You know what I'm saying? Like you saying that could enhance it, and then we keep hanging out, we keep spending time. You know what I'm saying? And that just makes it better. You know, if you're just giving that bit of information, but we don't connect, it's not gonna really mean much to me because nothing's gonna come of it.
See what you're saying?
Yeah, nothing's gonna come of it.
I'm a little different, but good.
What'd you say, busy?
A little different,
I mean, go ahead and speak on it before we go to the feature.
I'm a little, hey, man, I feel like we have connected, okay? And
when she say that,
so we need to connect. You feel me? We have connected on something, obviously, to get to this point. So
to get to that level.
I'm cool with that.
But like, Tay, what if she said that? Like, just if y'all just meeting, or it might be the first, second date, just out of nowhere, she's just intentional with that, and she bring that up. How would you feel?
I have no problem with her being intentional and saying it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But her saying it and then actual application to that is different.
Yeah.
I'm more of an application dude, right?
Yeah, you got
more of a physical
apply
touch.
your principles.
Yeah, I'm more of a hands-on cat. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no okay. We talking. Yeah. I hear you with the. I hear all that. I hear the Disney. But all right, we gonna shake her out in a row. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I mean? I mean, at that point, it's like, okay, it's so much flirting I can take.
Yeah, like okay,
it's so much. Oh my God,
I hear you.
I appreciate all that. I do. Trust me, that's starting me good. That's revving up the engine. You know what I'm saying? But at a certain point, I'm like, all right, when we gonna get in the car? You know what I'm saying? To get to going. Right. So it's like I'm just like that. And I don't have a problem initiating. I don't have a problem with initiating when I know that the moment is conducive for that. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly. That's kind of.
I know if I'm picking up on what we both know what we about. Okay, that's different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But me just her saying that, a woman saying that she's attracted to me like that with the intent like that on the sexual intent, it's like, okay, I hear you. You feel me? Hey, I agree with you.
And then when we align, when we both align, when we both ready, you already let me know this where you at. Because yes,
I know where you at. So now, like you said something a minute ago that was kind of cool. You said something about some women will just tell you just to tell you like where they at with it. They're not really trying to do nothing just yet, which is I can understand that. You know what I'm saying? I can understand that because sometimes some women feel they have to express themselves, man. They just got to get it out. You know what I'm saying? They can't hold it in, and that's okay. I'm not, but that doesn't mean that I have to take advantage of that.
Yeah,
she's just saying it just to tell me, and if that's just for her, if she's telling me for her to have that release, okay, at least I know, at least he know that I know that we both know that how I feel. I feel more comfortable talking to him. He didn't make it weird. He didn't make it like whatever. So
we both know there's definitely a physical and sexual attraction.
That's cool. I ain't got no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's only so much flirting I can take. Yeah. And after a while, it's time to get in the car. Go, 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 go. On the count of three. Go. On the count.
Man, hey, that was an awesome discussion. Thank you to all of us. Thank you to everybody that's in the comments. That really. We appreciate everybody that's viewing live, man. Thank you so much. Y'all know what time it is, man. We about to bring it to y'all. It is time.
Yeah.
Topic of the week. Yeah. If y'all saw the thumbnail, if y'all saw our promotions, man, we got a featured topic this week.
For sure.
Man, a woman's fantasies versus their reality. You know, man, this is so broad. We could take this so many different levels. We could talk about when you're just dating. We could talk about when you're in a relationship. We could talk about marriage. We could dive into every aspect of a relationship with this one, man. So
you want to panel on this one?
A woman. Oh, you know what? Let's open up the panel for this one.
Yeah, let's do it.
Might as well open up the panel for this one. If you want to dive into the fire with us and express your thoughts and feelings on this, we're going to break down what we mean. But, you know, if you want to be prepared to jump into the fire with us on this topic, our featured topic, please do.
The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat if you want to hop on. Hey, anybody can hop on. It's all good. Just make sure that I can see your face.
Yep.
And I make sure you're a real person, and we go from there.
Yeah, don't be no robot.
Right, don't be no bot.
So busy, man. A woman's fantasies versus their reality. Like I said, man, we can go in any avenue of a relationship with this one.
Yeah.
You know, do women want men to be psychic? Do they want us to know everything? Do they want us to automatically understand how they feel? Do they want us? Do they believe in building together or just having everything right now? Like what you feel, bro?
I think that women, a lot of women have adopted the fantasy thought world. You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole thing. I can change him. I can help him. I can do all this kind of stuff. I mean, I think that I've had conversations with women in my life, man, and they always it seemed like some of the women that I've talked to. I've talked to a lot of women over the years, just in conversation too. Like, you know what I'm saying? They all say the same thing about potential. Yeah. Like, I saw his potential, right? And because they saw his potential, they interpret it as if they supposed to do something about it to help that grow.
Okay.
You see, so it's like a misinterpretation. It's like, oh, I see his potential, and whatever his potential is, that's in your mind. You see, what you're looking at is you're looking at what you already created in your mind, though.
Yes.
Real talk. You know what I'm saying? So you like, okay, I can help him get to this part of me. So I see his potential because he's somebody I could, link up with, be involved with, or whatever, because I have a certain idea in my own head about what I want. So I see the potential in him. So if he need my help with anything, if you need some money, I get you. If you need this, I get you. I know you got no car right now. You down? I'll pick you up. You do all these things. You know what I'm saying? And then give him some box, right? On top of that. And it's like you're doing all this, and you're not really living in the reality of what the situation is, because what you're basically doing is putting the cart before the horse, and then you expect certain results. And then when you don't get those results at a certain time, then all of a sudden it's like, of course the guy is trash, right? At that point. So, he's gonna be interpreted as that. But the way you just always hands on with it, it's like, yo, you don't have to do all that. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that there is an inward battle, like the fantasy reality. That's the same thing as like good and bad within a person or whatever. It's like there's always that dichotomy. Okay, yeah, you saw potential, but what is it for real?
Yeah.
The man, he just got out of jail for stealing, and then you let him in your house, and then y'all did y'all thing, and then your wallet gone, and he gone too. And you like, no, but he wouldn't do that to me. He wouldn't do that to me though, because I am whatever I am to him. And it's like, you think you so special, and sometimes it's not about that. It's about the fact of seeing things for what they are. If you see things for what they are, that means you are going to apply something to fix those things or to assist in those things. You're not going to live in la la land and hope that a genie come out of somewhere or somebody else rescue you from this. No, it's not going to happen that way. This whole damsel in distress mentality that Disney have given us has wiped out reality. So now every guy, every man, every frog you kiss should be a prince now.
Yeah.
Every frog you kiss should be a prince because they're your lips and you're the princess and you're all of this. And it's like, yo, you think that, but to these guys out here, you're just another chick. You're just somebody they could do whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's somebody they can just kick it with or whatever. They don't have no real type of value to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're living in that fantasy. And I think a lot of women, because again, I mean, I've had women talk to me, not just I'm talking about confiding to me about their situations. I'm talking about women who have been like in relationships or engaged, and they're calling me because they know that I've been married, divorced, and engaged, and all these things. I've been all those things. Every title you could think of, I've been all of that. I've been a boyfriend, I've been a husband, I've been a divorced man, a divorced single. I've been all of that. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's like the kind of advice and the kind of thing that I do, I just listen first, and then I see what the issue is. The issue is not the fact that, okay, it's not the fact that these particular things happen, like whether it be a cheating or lying or doing whatever. That is just the result of something else. That's not the root cause, right? That's the symptom. That's not the actual sickness or the disease. You know what I'm saying? So you're coughing doesn't, because a cough doesn't mean you're sick all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a symptom of something else. So you got to figure out what that is.
Yeah.
That's the root cause. So the root cause of something causes people to act a certain way.
Absolutely.
And women, you know what I'm saying? Because women have cheated, of course, on their husbands as well too, and have left their husbands and then married another man with their kids and did all this kind of stuff and mixing families together. You know what I'm saying? Like all these things have happened. So it's like, but that's because you're living in the fantasy. The reality is, you know what? The reality is sometimes, man, you're just not a good person. Like you just haven't arrived at that point yet. You know what I'm saying? And you want to, but you just don't know how to get there. And sometimes you need somebody to help you get there. And I've had women, you know, talk to me about their issues and stuff. And it's like, man, I hear y'all. You know, I hear what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, so let's think about it this way. You know, and I give them a different way to think about it. I'm like, do you think you're able to? Do you think you have the ability to do this? Right? This is something different. This is something that you don't normally do. This is not a chaotic thing, because a lot of women have been in some toxic relationships and stuff and chaotic relationships, and they go right back to the guy. One day he ain't no good or whatever the case may be, and vice versa with men. So it's like, are you willing to do something different? Are you willing to first accept the fact that what happened to you was wrong and the way you handled yourself was wrong? Can we get to that point? And now can we get to something different? Can we start doing some things in reality? Like, you want this knight in shining armor guy. He's a unicorn. He's a writer, doctor, poet. He can do plumbing and he can sing. He can direct a choir. He can play instrument. You want this man to do everything. And that's not reality. You know what I'm saying? So you got to find out what your fantasy, what your reality is. You got to find out what that is. And then once you really approach that, then you can accept that reality and you can make the best out of it. It doesn't mean that you're settling for less and all that kind of stuff, because, hey, we all regular people out here, yo. We, you know what I'm saying? We are regular people out here, man. We are not in the top 10, top 5% of the population. You know what I'm saying? We're not. So at the end of the day, you know, I think that you know, you can find out where a woman is in if she's in fantasy or reality. You can find out where she is just by listening. Like, you know, because it's a red flag for me when a woman says something about their last relationship. I don't like it when a woman talks about her last relationship and dog the guy out. I don't like that.
I don't like that either.
I don't like that. And the reason why I don't like that is because now what you're doing is you're trying to create a narrative, and you paint this picture like you did nothing wrong.
You did nothing wrong at all.
It's like no. See, I've been married before, dog. You know what I'm saying? For a while, I was married for a nice little period of time, so I know how this goes. There is a snowball effect in relationships. Yeah. There ain't no just one thing. You know, it's a multiplicity of things that happen.
The reality is relationships are work. Okay. Now it's great to have goals. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your ideal, we're gonna use the word fantasy, you know, for the title. Whatever your fantasy of your perfect relationship is, that's a goal, right? It's okay to have that. You know what I mean? But like you just said, we're ordinary people out here grinding, do what we gotta do to live. You know what I mean? And we're gonna keep doing it. And a lot of us are in very blessed situations. You know what I'm saying? But the reality is when you meet somebody, they're either gonna be on your level, a step below, or a step above.
Right.
Are you willing to sit in that to get to that fantasy of what you envision? You know what I mean? Are you patient enough to work through it until y'all reach it? Or are you just gonna come in hot? I gotta have this now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Coming in hot, bam. You know what I'm saying? Like
this where I'm at. This what I got. You gonna match it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, we can work together, but how long it's gonna take?
Yeah. It's man.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's work, and I had to learn that in my last relationship. Like you have to work. First of all, you have to know the person. Y'all have to understand where each other are, mentally, physically, financially, emotionally. You have to get to that point to understand the reality of where you are, and then you two. Hopefully, you get to a point where y'all ready to set goals together.
Right.
To get to that fantasy that y'all want, it's work.
Yeah.
And if you're not ready to do it, man or woman, don't put it on nobody else, and don't put yourself out there like you want somebody that's not where you are, because you're not ready to do the work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Because relations are really supposed to be about the desire to be someone, not for what they have or what they can do. It's supposed to be
fun.
Yeah, it's supposed to be
enjoyable.
Y'all supposed to be friends for real and partners.
Yeah, enjoy each other. You know,
enjoy each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of putting placing that seal up here. Okay, we gotta get here soon.
Right.
Yeah, this is fun, but we gotta get here soon.
Right. Exactly. It's like I'm on a time frame.
We gotta get there. You know, obviously, if there's no progression, and one of you is not, one of you are not holding up your end of the bargain to get there, make the decision based off that. You know what I'm saying? But the reality is, it's work. And the reality is, like you just said, Biz, it's supposed to be fun. We're supposed to be friends. We're supposed to be partners. So let's get there together.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a lot of times, man. People, I say this all the time. If you notice in the thumbnail, one side got the Bentley with the mansion, right?
Yeah.
So, and that, you know what I'm saying? Like, but on the other side, you live on the west side of Detroit or Indy or wherever you from, or Houston or wherever you from, and you in the hood, man, and you just trying to make it do what it do. But one thing about it is, like, I talk about how some people believe that life is just Dave and Buster's, man. It's just one big arcade game. It's like, and women and like, a relationship is not just trips.
Nope.
And it's extravagant dinners.
It's not
out and all. It's not. That's not what a relationship is. That's all fantasy. Because if that's what your relationship is based on, if that stuff goes away, you have no foundation in your relationship. That means that you were there for vain reasons, and the relationship was not meaningful. You know what I'm saying?
There's no foundation other than what y'all can do. Where y'all can go.
Yeah, because what if something happened to one of us? Like, what if I get paralyzed? What if what if something happened? I can't work the way I used to work. Then are you gonna leave? We can't travel the way we used to. We can still travel, but it's gonna be difficult because I can't move. So somebody got to move me. Somebody got to do things for me. I got to depend on somebody. I got to go through that whole mental thing. Like all of that. Like, why are you staying with me? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's all the fantasy stuff. And then the reality is, okay, if I'm sitting there by myself and she's gone, then I realize that's my reality. Like, she was really here just for the stuff.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? So, and it is what it is. And that's a lesson, another lesson that has to be learned.
A very valuable lesson learned.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we've had several conversations on the topics about some of the attitudes of modern women today who just initially want to be in that fantasy world.
Yeah.
And their ideas of what it means, not only just to be in a relationship, but just be a woman. So distorted, bro.
Yeah.
And I think that's how we came up with this topic, because we see it so much. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to work for nothing no more. Everybody want everything quick.
They just want to.
Nobody wants to work at nothing, bro. They don't even want to work at. Nobody even want to work at fast food restaurants no more. Nobody want to do nothing. Everybody want to sit at home.
Exactly. And look at our society, bro. We got reality TV shows, but they fake.
Appreciate you, Sean. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like, and that's what they're feeding us. They're trying to feed
that's
us
all it is. All these
reality TV. It's not even reality TV. It's nothing reality about it. It's nothing reality about it, right? It's all staged. It's all scripted. It's Hollywood, man. It's all staged.
All of it.
It's not real, man. The real world is Zion. Not the Matrix. The Matrix is the fantasy.
Yep.
Yeah, he could jump from one building to the next. He could fly. He could do all that. But in reality, the dude was in the ship like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And he had to eat what everybody else ate, because that's the reality. You know what I'm saying? So we have to.
Crazy.
I don't know. I live in reality, man. It is what it is.
Me too, bro. I've been here for a while. It's a lot of room over here.
Yeah, it is. and look. I've been on the other side before. I'm like, man, I used to be.
Yeah.
I mean, because I love to write and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I used to write when I was younger. I used to write all these like romantic poems and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I used to just write just to write, you know what I'm saying? So like when I liked the girl when I was younger, when I liked the girl, I would just write her a little letter, you know what I'm saying? Throw it to her real quick, boom. And my writing game is on 10, right? You know what I'm saying? And then I write as an actual craft, like and I would take it seriously now, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, but my reality, I'm not really. It's only specifically for someone, you know what I'm saying? Like when that romantic part of me come out, it's going to be towards that one woman that I have that connection with.
Absolutely, that connection.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that with everybody. I'm not about to,
a lot of people out here not really looking for connections, man.
Mm-hmm.
They're looking for benefits, bro. They're looking for what they feel somebody might be able to do for them to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Bro, you know the situation I was in recently. I'm not going to talk about it on this show.
Mm-hmm.
But, that situation was a pretty much a dope example of fantasy versus reality.
Yeah, for sure. Almost.
You know what I'm saying?
Most
definitely. And it basically comes down to you can't give 50%. You can't give 50% of something and expect somebody else to give 100.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
That's unrealistic expectations.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
Yeah.
And like I said about the last topic, us men, we're going to hear, like when you talk, like, and y'all, my brothers tell me this all the time. Let a woman talk; she'll tell you everything you need to know. If you ever see me, Tay, or Jay, if any woman that sees this, if you ever see us, and you get to talking about who you are, what you want, what your intentions are, we're listening. And we're going to base what our relationship is going to be off what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? So our reality is we're going to move accordingly. And if what you say versus what we hear, if what you say and what we hear aligns to us moving forward, we're going to align it there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That's what it is. Don't tell me nothing or don't move a certain way that you think I want to hear. You know what I mean? Because that's not that. Because and then you'll flip and say something else, thinking that we're in another place.
Mm-hmm.
That's the fantasy. Because you think I'm not listening to you. You think I don't understand. Either you're just saying what I want to hear to get what you want, or you think I'm not listening.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm listening.
Most definitely.
If what you telling me is not realistic, well, I ain't gonna say that. If what you're telling me is in a situation where I feel, okay, you know what? I'm gonna gauge this, see where it goes. You know what I'm saying? She kind of, you might have said something that made me keep my guard up. I'm gonna listen and we keep it moving. And if we stay there for a minute, but then you turn around and then you want to give me another explanation, kind of flipping what you said initially. Oh, I know you trying to go over here left to fantasy. You know what I'm saying? Because you saw something in me that you think you can get, or you saw something in me that you like, and now you want to be in the circle. If you link up with me and you tell me, you know what, I'm just chilling, I'm not really looking for no relationship. All right, that's dope. Let's move accordingly. But then we kick it and we hanging out, we having a good time. We've established what we doing based off the fact that you said that. I'm cool with that. We can hang, we can chill. But then later you want to hit me up talking about, oh, well, you don't really hit me up as much, or you know what I'm saying, we don't really go out. Well, we're not dating. We're not. Hold on. Actually, you know what? Yeah, you told me you don't want a relationship. I don't like so, but you're asking me to hit you, and you asking me to take you out, but we're not dating. We're hanging out, and you specifically told me you don't want nothing more than what we're doing. Come on now, bring it back to our reality now. This is the tone we have set. Let's be adults about it, man. Let's be real.
But see, again, you know, when you are not willing to even remotely accept the fact that you have a fantasy mentality, it ain't much you can really do. I mean, all you can do at that point is move the way you should move accordingly for you. Yeah. See, that's the reason why I said I wouldn't trust that, even though I appreciate you telling me, but I wouldn't trust that you can live up to that, only because of the fact that, first of all, I shouldn't trust you anyway. Secondly, is because it always ends up there's always a caveat that is that's not talked about. Always. There's always there's always something missing that no one talks about, no one is being honest about. And that right there is the dangerous part. You know what I'm saying? That's why for me, it's like, look, if I'm going to engage with a woman, then I'm going to vet the woman out. You know what I'm saying? Get to know her, see what she's about, you know, whatever, see how our chemistry is and all those type of things. I don't have to spend money to find that out. I don't have to do nothing extravagant to find that out. I could just be an adult and talk to you and get to know you. And if I continue that, then fine. Then all these other things that I would like to do will come. You know what I'm saying? It will definitely come. And it's like, and then, you know, like you said, but it didn't happen in the time frame that they wanted to happen. So, you know what I'm saying? So all of a sudden it's like, you take too long, something wrong with you, and da. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why, man, living in reality keeps the stress down.
Absolutely.
It keeps the stress down. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and it also helps you to see things clearly. You know what I mean? You know, and you know, that's the problem.
Over emotion.
Yeah, it's like the problem is there's no clarity in people's, you know, vision. Like everybody is all cluttered into this whole, you know, fantasy thing, like you said, reality TV and getting the bag, and you know, having trips and getting money. You know what I'm saying? And being a boss chick, and I own several businesses, and it's like,
we're not shaming people whose life that is.
That's cool.
That's dope.
But bragging about it is not going to. That's not what men look for. You know,
and then meeting somebody that's not there, and trying to push them to be there, or trying to make it seem like it's an issue because they're not there yet. If you really feeling them, it's not a problem.
You're basically bragging about being an adult. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're basically telling me I'm an adult. That's what's up.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well,
I appreciate it. Yeah, come on, man. Like, yo, adults, bro. Like, it's so. I said this on the show so many times. It's so simple, but it's so hard. You know, it's so difficult. Man, we cooking today.
Hey, man, we cooking, dog. We cooking today, man. Hey, shout out to JB. We cooking with you.
Yeah, Jake, our brother JB, you know, he here in spirit. You know what I'm saying? We gonna we highlight. He had something he had to do. But you know what it is. It's always the Trinity. We want to thank everybody that has tapped in to the live show today. Thank you for everybody that really commented and contributed to the conversation one time. Now, we love y'all so much. We appreciate everybody that view. But don't be afraid to hop on. Don't be afraid to hop in this fire with us. You know what I'm saying? It's time for Q&A, man. Do not be afraid to hop in this fire. Yeah. Anything that we have talked about on the show today, if you want to comment on it, please let us know. Go ahead and hop in this fire. We'll talk about it. But yeah, we just appreciate everybody that always tap into the live show. Again, man, you can reach us on Facebook, The Mailroom, on Instagram, at The Mailroom View. Please like, comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Mailroom Network. I see some of y'all have scooted y'all Facebook views over to YouTube. Thank you so much for that. We love y'all, man. We love y'all. Holla at us at our individual Instagram pages. Our names are on the screen. Get at us. We appreciate y'all so much. If you have a topic that you will want us to discuss, anything that you would like to be discussed right here on the Mailroom, please email us at the mailroomview at Yahoo. I'm sorry, the Mailroomview 313 at yahoo.com. Just holla at us. Let us know. Anything that you want to see the boys of the Mailroom talk about, we got y'all, man. We locked in. Again, that's the Mailroom 313 at yahoo.com. You already know what it is, man. So just holla at us. We appreciate y'all. Absolutely. Yeah, we had some. We were kind of, we lightened it up with the sex craving topic, but we go deep with the last one because it's real.
Yeah, it's definitely real.
It's a real thing, man.
Definitely real. Definitely
a real thing. And we just definitely appreciate everybody that taps into the live show every day. Shout out to our first time viewers. I saw my girl Cece tapped in. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. And again, for the people that's viewing us on Facebook, we love everywhere you view us, but if you could just go ahead and just slide on over to YouTube next week, we'll appreciate that, man. Like, comment, subscribe to the Mailroom Network on our YouTube page, man. We love and appreciate y'all. Busy, man. You did your thing today, Brody.
Oh, man. Hey, hey, man. I ain't no spring chicken around.
Oh, you ain't out here, bro.
I ain't no spring chicken.
You did that. You did that.
What I'm saying? But I appreciate everybody too, man, tuning in. And even like yesterday, we had a few people that tuned in to Coffee and Conversation. So the Mailroom Network has two shows. We have the Mailroom Show, which is our feature show. This is the main show that we dive into. And then we have Coffee and Conversations, and I'm the host of that show. And
we are working on our third show. We will keep everyone posted on.
Yeah, we are working on we're working on some stuff, man.
We'll let y'all know, definitely.
Sure, definitely. And
man.
Every Saturday, 10 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. for those that are Central. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday, I had my girl Berica from her Village Awaits on.
Dope show. Make sure y'all go check it out.
Yeah, we had a great topic, man. We talked about the Brett Favre issue. We talked about dating and courting. We talked about is it okay for a wife to retire her husband, right? Oh man, I don't know if y'all know the story about Tabitha Brown, but she's an actress on The Chi now. Mm-hmm. And she went through some stuff, man, to get to where she's at. Yep. And her husband played a big part and role in that. And so we talked about it on the show, man. So when y'all go to the Mailroom Network, we got plenty of shows y'all can watch. And go back and watch some of these shows on Coffee and Conversation, man. It's really dope. Man, it was on point, man. I had a good time, with Berica with that. And and plus we're gonna have some more, guests and stuff like that. We're gonna do that thing for sure.
It's Sunday night. If y'all ain't got nothing to do, we'll go ahead to the Mailroom Network on YouTube. Cast that boy to your TV. Grab some popcorn, some wine. Watch our first 10 episodes. Enjoy yourself.
Binge watches.
Rewatches. We love and appreciate y'all. Cause what is it busy without them? What? There's no
us.
There's no us.
Without
y'all, there's no us.
Ain't no us.
We love y'all, man. We appreciate y'all. We will see y'all next week for some more fire. You know what it is.
Sure. Absolutely. Hey, y'all, let's do it like this. You know how we do.